Hi friends, this is Jabumal. In this video, we are talking about IP addressing basics for networking beginners. So, in IPv, in IP addressing, currently we are running with the IPv version 4 and IPv version 6. In this video, we are talking about IPv version 4 only. In IPv version 4, we are having 32-bit IP address divided in 4 octets, and each octet is having 8 bits. With respect to OSI model, IP address belongs to layer 3. That is why it also known as layer 3 addressing. In a decimal format, IP address is written like this: 10.1.1.1, and in binary format it written like this, which is very difficult to memorize. That is why we have opted for decimal format of IP addressing. Now we have a question: what is IP address? Why we are using IP address in our network? To answer this question, I would like to tell you a small story regarding Mr. John, who is living in house number 42 in New York, United States, and Mr. Rob, who is living in Germany. So, Mr. Rob has decided to send one letter to Mr. John. So, sending letter, he has prepared one envelope. Write it down Mr. John address, house number 42, New York, United States, and put that letter in this envelope, and that envelope he has put it in this letter box. After put that letter in this letter box, postman come and took that letter and give it to his local post office. So that local post office found that this letter belongs to United States, so they have forwarded that letter to United States. In United States, they have found that this letter belongs to New York, so they have sent one postman to New York, and in New York it belongs to house number 42, so postman goes to house number 42, and in house number 42 he looked for Mr. John and delivered that letter. So in a similar way, a network will also work. To delivering any packet to any destination, we need a address for that destination. That address is known as IP address. So without address, the packet will not delivered, or you can say without address, the letter will not deliver to Mr. John. So in this scenario, Mr. John is a host, and house number is our host bits. New York is our network bits, and both of them together form a IP address, and US is our subnet mask for that IP address. So now we know why we want a IP address. Its answer is pretty simple. We need a IP address to uniquely identify any network in a particular any host. Sorry, we need a IP address for uniquely identify a particular host in a network. So why uniquely? I have said uniquely, it means that if we have a multiple house number 42 in a New York, so it's difficult to deliver the letter for postman, because they doesn't know in which house Mr. John is residing. So they will not deliver the letter, give it back to the post office, and said that the packet was not delivered. In a similar way, if we have a multiple host with the same IP, packet will not delivered, it will be dropped. So now we have a complete answer that we need an IP address to uniquely identify a particular host in a network, and IP address is a combination of network and host bits. So now how now discuss about network bits and host bits. So if we are talking about network bits and host bits, we have a total 32 bits in our IP address. So some bits are divided in networks and some are divided in host. So to identifying a host bit and a network bit in an IP address, we have a mechanism called subnet mask. So now the question is, what subnet mask is? Why do we need a subnet mask? So we took the similar example of that envelope on which the address of Mr. John is written, house number 42, New York. But at this time, US was not written. So when this letter reached to Germany post office, they are unable to find where is New York, and they found that the New York is not belongs to our network, or it's not belongs to Germany. So where is New York? They doesn't have any answer. They don't know. But if we put US here, he knows that the New York is in US and they need to deliver that letter to United States. So that in the same way, with the help of subnet mask, we are able to find out which bits are belongs to network and which bits are belongs to hosts, or which this IP address belongs to which networks, and we need to deliver this packet to which network. So now have a look of some basic things about subnet mask. So subnet mask is a similar like IP address having 32 bits divided in 4 octets, and each octet is having 8 bit. It used in conjunction with IP address or together with IP address to identifying host and network bits. So if our IP address is 192.168.1.1, so we also wrote subnet mask with this 255.255.0. So here if we do the binary of 255, we got 8181 here, and 111111 here, and 00000 here. So network bit is always 1 and host bit is always 0. So in a subnet mask, the bit belongs, all 1 bits belongs to network and all 0 bit belongs to host. So with the help of this, we are able to find out that this portion of the IP addresses belongs to network and this belongs to host. So we will discuss host and network in detail later. So that is all about IP addressing basics. So furthermore, in this video we will discuss the classes of IP addressing. IP address are divided in a 5 class, which is class A, which is having range 1 to 26 and around 16 million hosts, and class B ranges 128 to 191 and they have around 64,000 hosts. Class C is having range between 192 to 223, which is having 254 hosts, and class D is used for have this range and it used for multicast only, and class CE is still in experimental stage, so we are not using class E in our networks. So these are the IP ranges and the classes which we have. Furthermore, we have a private and the public IP address to discuss, and the host bits and the network bits discuss, which we will discuss in our next video, because I don't want to make this video much longer. So friends, thank you for watching my video. If you have any question, any query, just follow me on jabrumal.in or write email on jabrumal@jabrumal.in or WhatsApp me on this number. But do not call, only WhatsApp, because it's difficult for me to take any call. So if any query, any questions, just call me on this number. If anyone like to take online sessions for associates, Cisco, Juniper and Huawei, just WhatsApp me or mail me on this email ID. Thank you for watching my video. The Jabumal signing off.